Hi students of Class 4. This is Onindita ma'am and thanks to you all for venturing your first online virtual exam. Right. Now my today's video is connected with the lesson plan of 28th of September and my today's lesson is measurement of length. Now children, in our everyday life, that is in our day-to-day life, we need to measure many physical quantities, right? The set of standard units that we use to measure the physical quantities are known as metric units. Now, what are the physical quantities that we measure frequently in our day-to-day life? They are mass, capacity, and length. The standard metric unit to measure mass is gram, and in short we write GA. Right? The standard metric unit for measuring capacity is liter. We use L to denote liter in its short form, right? And lastly, length. We need to measure in our day-to-day life, and the standard unit for measuring length is, do you know? It's meter. We use m to denote meter. Now, today we are going to learn about this physical quantity, right? As you know, we need to measure length of different things. We need to measure the length of a rope, we need to measure the length of a road, we need to measure the length of a wall, and so on, right? So, the standard unit for measurement of length is meter. So, meter sits in the middle. Now, there are greater units and lower units to measure length. So, I am writing them also. Kilometer, right? Hectometer, decameter, so they sit at the left position, left of this meter. They are the higher units. Suppose you want to measure, you want to know what is the distance between Kolkata and Delhi. So that is a huge distance. Bigger units are required to measure that. There we use kilometer, right? So this is the greatest unit to measure length. Now, in the right hand side sits the smaller units to measure length. What are they? Decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. So, these are the smaller units. Now children, this kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi and milli, they are known as prefix. Right? See, meter. Meter is common. Right? The standard unit meter is common to all. And certain prefixes we use to denote either the greater or the smaller units of length. Between each unit there is a gap of 10. So from kilo to hecto, there is a gap of 10. From hecto to deca, again there is a gap of 10. Right? I hope you all can follow me, children. Follow me. Deca to meter. Right? There is a gap of 10. Once again, from meter to deci, there is a gap of 10. Once again, deci to centi, 10. And finally, centi to millimeter, there is again a gap of 10. Right, children? Now, conversion. How to convert? Actually, children, all these units are interconvertible. That means one unit can be converted, changed into another. Now, how to do that? Right. First example, 2 meter. Right. I want to change 2 meter into centimeter. Right. Now, while we are going right hand side, that means this side we are going towards your right. Just we will simply multiply with 10. Right? Now, how many gaps that we have to count? So, this side we are going to multiply. Right, children? So, from meter, this 2 meter, this is sitting under meter. How many gaps will it have to pass? 1 gap, meter to deci, deci to centi. That means 2 gaps. So, 10 into 10, that is 100. Right? So, I am going to multiply this by 100. And this has been converted to centimeter. Now, children, one thing you must remember, these units, you must write the units carefully and properly. Right? They are very important for this type of sums. Now, children, let us convert kilometer to meter. Right? 12 kilometer. And I want to convert from kilometer to meter. Right? So, 12 is sitting under this column, kilometer. Now, I have to count gaps. Since I am going right hand side, I will multiply. But firstly, I have to count the number of gaps it has to pass. Right? So, 1 gap, kilometer to hecto, 2 gap, hectometer to decameter, and 3 gaps, decameter to meter. So, finally, 12 will reach its destination. Right? So, how many gaps? 3 gaps. That means 1 gap into another gap into another gap. 3 tens are there. So, it will be into 1000. Right? So, here I'll multiply 12 by 1000 meter. See, kilometer has been converted into meter. So, after 12, 3 zeros, and this is 12,000 meters. Right, children? Now, suppose I want to convert centimeter to millimeter. 9 centimeter. Right? I want to convert it into millimeter. So, I have to multiply by 10, but I have to count the number of gaps. Centimeter to millimeter, only 1 gap. So, I'll have to multiply it by 10. You must mention the units carefully and properly, children. Repeatedly, I'm telling you. So, this is 90 millimeter. Done? I hope all of you have understood, children, and you will try this type of sums. So meet you in the next video, and this is all for now.